Good morning, student. I welcome you to my class, and today I'm going to do the second part of the lesson. First, we have already done, children. We were doing chapter 3, two stories about flying. We have completed his first flight. This was the story about a baby seagull and how he was hesitant, and finally lot of trial, and after making so much error, finally he got the success. So this was an interesting story of a hesitant and timid seagull. And now, children, we are going to do the Black Aeroplane. It is written by Frederick Forsyth. So this chapter is written by Frederick Forsyth. Frederick Forsyth was born on 25th August 1938 in Ashford, Kent, England. He was educated at Tonbridge School and later joined the University of Granada in Spain. So, children, in Spain there was a University of Granada, and he joined that university. He joined the RAF and became a jet fighter pilot. So, children, finally he joined RAF and he became the jet fighter pilot. He became a journalist and joined the BBC in 1965, where he served as an assistant diplomatic correspondent. So this is all about the author. He was mainly a journalist, but at the same time he was a writer also. And children, this story will enjoy. It's a story with full of mystery and suspense. So, children, the theme of the story. So, I'm going to tell you first about the theme of the story, then the background of the story, and finally, I will explain the story. So, Frederick Forsyth describes quite an unique, it's a unique incident but mysterious experience during his flight from Paris to London. So it seems, children, he is telling something about himself only, and he is telling it was a quite a unique but mysterious experience, and during his flight from Paris to London. During the flight, he was lost and amid mountains of dark clouds. So, children, when he was flying, though it was not a time-taking flight, but then he was lost amid mountains of dark clouds. He could not believe his eye. Now, children, he was an expert pilot, and when this happened, that the dark cloud that surrounded him, he could not believe his eyes. The compass was dead. Children, the worst thing was that even the compass was dead. It was not working. So he was not aware that which direction he should go. It would not work. He received an answer from Paris control, either children, though he received no answer, and that's why, children, even he tried to contact the radio, the radar system of the airport, the radio of the airport, but then he received no answer from Paris control either. He could see another aeroplane flying next to him through the storm. He followed the strange aeroplane till he could see the runway and was safe. When asked from the control center, he was told that no plane except his own was flying in the storm. So, children, he was lost and he could see the compass was dead, and I told you that compass was not working either. He received no answer from Paris control room. Either he could see another aeroplane flying next to him through the storm, and suddenly, children, his eyes fell on another aeroplane which was flying um, next to him through the storm. He followed the strange aeroplane till he could see the runway, and he was safe. When asked from the control center, he was told that no plane except his own was flying in the storm. Children, when he asked, he wanted to thank the pilot. He wanted to know who saved his life. So when he asked the control system, he was told that no plane except his own plane was flying in the storm. Where did the aeroplane come from? Who was the man who asked him to follow him? Where did he disappear after leaving him in safety? These are the questions which are still surrounded by mystery. So, on his way to England, children, the moon was coming in the clear sky. So, on his way to England, the moon was coming in the clear sky. Now, I'm telling you the background of the story, children. Okay, and you can see, children, how sometime we face some mysterious thing in our life, like the pilot has faced. He was lost. An expert pilot like him, he was lost in the children, amidst the dark cloud, and finally, children, a plane came from somewhere to help him. He helped him also. He came to the runway and was safe, but then nobody was aware that who is the pilot and from where did that flight came from. Okay, so anyway, children, where did he disappear after leaving him in safety? Who was the man who asked him to follow him? So all this question is still remained mystery to him. It was a suspense to him, and he shared this thing with us. So now, children, I'm going to tell you about the background of the story. So I've divided this whole lesson into 6 parts, and children, we will be reading the parts. So for my first point is on his way to England. On his way to England. On his way to England. The moon was coming in the clear sky. So children, the moon was coming in the clear sky. That means the whole sky was clear at that time. The narrator was flying his old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. So children, the narrator was having his old Dakota aeroplane and he was flying that plane over France back to England. He contacted Paris control for instruction. Now children, so he was flying back to England, and children, now at that time he was flying over the France, and he wanted to go back to England. He contacted Paris control for instruction. Now children, each pilot, they get their instruction, so he also contacted Paris control for instruction. He was asked to turn 12-degree west, and children, when he asked for the instruction, he got the instruction also. He was asked to turn 12-degree west. He thought that he would be in time for English breakfast. Now children, since England and France, they are very near to each other, covering very less distance. So he thought very soon he will reach to his house and he will have his own favorite English breakfast. Well, now my second point comes, storm clouds. So children, now this is the second point. Now let's see what happened to him. Paris was 150 kilometers. So Paris was only 150 kilometers behind him. He saw the clouds in the sky. Now children, what did he saw? He saw the clouds in the sky. They were storm clouds. So suddenly what did he see, children? He saw the storm clouds were there, and they looked like black mountain standing in front of him. Now children, the crowds were so dense that they were looking like the black mountains standing in front of him. He could not avoid by flying up and over them. So he could not avoid by flying up and over them. He did not have enough petrol, so he did not even have enough petrol to fly around them. So children, since the distance was very short, he thought that he will reach quickly to England, and he was so sure that he thought that he will have his breakfast there only. But children, it was his bad luck that he was surrounded by the black clouds. He could not, children, see what is there in front of him, and the fuel was so less in his aeroplane that even if you want to take around the clouds, the fuel was very less. he could not avoid by flying up and over them. So children, this was a situation he could not avoid by flying up and over them. He did not have enough petrol to fly around them north and south. So children, now he was in trouble. He was not aware at what he should do. He thought of going back to Paris, but he wanted to go home for breakfast. Now children, at first he thought that he would return back to Paris, but the reality is that he wanted to have his breakfast. Now third point is that now he's thinking what to do, and suddenly children, what he found. Third point is that instrument dead. Instrument dead. The narrator took the risk. He flew that old Dakotas straight into the storm. Now children, he took the risk. He thought that if he will go take the round, he was not having enough petrol and some calamities would befall him. So he flew that old Dakotas straight into the storm. Inside the cloud, everything was suddenly black. Children, when he went inside the cloud, everything was black. He could not see anything outside. Now children, he could not see anything outside the cloud. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. So children, what happened? The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. He looked at the compass. It was dead. The other instructions were suddenly dead too. Now children, he looked at the compass, and the worst thing was that even the compass has stopped working. He wanted to, the other instructions were suddenly dead. Whatever the other instruction he was supposed to get, even that was dead too, like radio, radar, all that thing. He tried the radio to contact Paris control. Now children, he was really in trouble. He tried to contact the Paris control. There was no answer, but unfortunately there was no answer. He did not even know that where he was and what will happen to him. He was in a very hopeless situation. Now children, now this is the most important point and turning point of the story. So children, this is the most important point of the story. He was lost in the storm. Suddenly he saw another aeroplane. The black aeroplane was flying next to him. He could see the pilot face. He was glad to see another person. Now children, when he saw some other black color plane was there, he was very happy. He saw the pilot face also. He was happy. And he was glad to see another person. Follow me, he said, waving his one hand. Now children, that pilot, he gave him the instruction. He told, follow me, with the help of his hand, waving by his one hand. Well, narrator was very happy. The narrator followed him like an obedient child. And children, so this is the fifth point. And what happened, children? He landed safely. He followed the black aeroplane for half an hour. So till half an hour, children, he followed the plane. Okay, now there was only enough fuel in the old Dakota's last tank to fly for 5 or 10 minutes. Now children, there was hardly any fuel was left. Okay, now the fuel was left only for 5 to 10 minutes, And then he started going down, and children, then suddenly he was on a way to the airport. He started going down. He saw two straight lines of light before him, and he was happy that it was runway. And airport, he cried in joy. Now children, he was saved. He could see the airport was in front of him. He turned to look for his friend in the black aeroplane, but the sky was empty. Now he wanted to thank that person who had saved his life, who had shown him the way to the runway. He wanted to thank him, to his rescuer, but he could not see. He was surprised that in such a quickly where that plane must have gone. Now, the most important point. Mystery of the black aeroplane. After landing, he went to the control tower. He asked the lady there where he was. He also asked who the other pilot was. And children, she was surprised. She looked at him strangely and then laughed. She replied that no other aeroplane was flying that night except yours. She could only see his aeroplane on the radar. Who helped the narrator to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio or without any more fuel in his tank? It remained an unsolved mystery for the poet, and he still is grateful to that man, because if he would not have shown the way, he would never have come to the airport. So children, this is the background of the story. So once again, I would like to read the main points of the story. The narrator was flying his old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. He called Paris control and was asked to turn 12-degree west. He thought he would be with his family and be in time for breakfast. Everything was going well and it was an easy flight. Suddenly he saw dark black storm clouds. He took the risk and the plane went straight into the storm. Everything looked black inside the mountains of clouds. The old plane jumped and twisted in the air. He could not believe when he found his compass and other instruments totally dead. Suddenly, another aeroplane appeared and he could see the face of the pilot. The pilot of the black plane asked the narrator to follow him. The narrator was frightened as there was fuel enough that could last only 5 to 10 minutes. Suddenly he came out of the clouds and saw two long straight lines in front of him. It was a runway where he could land safely. On landing, he asked the lady in the control room where he was and who the other pilot was. The lady replied that no other aeroplane except his Dakota flew that night. The pilot of the black aeroplane remained an unsolved mystery for the narrator. Now children, that unknown pilot, he was very helpful. He was flying a black aeroplane. He helped the narrator to find his way in the storm. He was quite a satisfied man who wanted nothing in return. When the narrator landed down safely at the Paris airport, he made inquiry about the pilot, but he got no trace of him. The pilot did his work and disappeared in the sky. So, this is all children. All the main points now is I have told you children. And children, narrator, though he was a professional pilot, he was flying his old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. He was very happy that very soon he will reach to his home and have English breakfast. It seems he was quite a family man. He was dreaming of his holiday. He was looking forward to being with his family. He wanted to be in time for breakfast. But children, he lacked his professional ethics and responsibility. He was about 150 kilometers away from Paris when the storm cloud appeared in the sky. He did not have enough petrol also to fly around. Suppose if that fellow did not help him, what would have happened to him? So he ignored his professional wisdom. He ought to have gone back to Paris. But he was a grateful man. He was grateful to the pilot of the black aeroplane for saving his life. He went to the Paris control to ask who was the other pilot who saved his life, because he wanted to thank him. But he got the answer which surprised him, that nobody was flying high in the sky. There was no other plane then apart from his plane. So children, this was the background of the story, and I would like to read the lessons now, so that I will be doing the lesson now, and see how interesting this lesson is. So please come to page number 37. So I'm going to read, student. The moon was coming up in the east behind me, and stars were shining in the clear sky above me. So children, this clearly indicate that it is a night time. Okay. The moon was coming up in the stream. Coming up means rising up. So the moon was coming up in the east behind me, and stars were shining. Shining means gleaming in the clear sky above me. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. I was happy to be alone high up above the sleeping countryside. So he was very happy that he is alone high up above the sleeping countryside. I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. So children, you can underline this, that I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. I was dreaming of my holiday and looking forward to being with my family. Now children, he wanted to go to England. Okay, he was dreaming of his holiday and looking forward to being with my family. I looked at my watch, 1:30 in the morning. So he looked at his watch. It was 1:30 in the morning. I should call Paris control soon. Now he told children, he wanted to call Paris control soon. I thought as I looked down past a nose of the aeroplane. Now children, he was in a hurry to meet his family. He wanted to have his English breakfast also. So as I looked down past the nose of the aeroplane, I saw the lights of a big city in front of me. And suddenly he started seeing in the front, okay, towards the nose of the aeroplane, that means the front portion of the aeroplane. And what did he see? He saw the lights of a big city in front of me. I switched on the radio and said, Paris control room, Paris control, Dakota DS-088 here. Can you hear me? I'm on my way to England. Over. Now children, whenever a flight is there, they have to be in touch with the radio. So if any danger is there, they could warn him, or if they are forgetting their ways, they could guide him. So they have to give the details of their plane. So he is also given the detail of his plane to Paris control. What did he say? Paris control, Dakota DS-088. This is his plane, name of his plane. Can you hear me? I'm on my way to England. Over. The voice from the radio answered me immediately. Children, even the voice from the radio, it answered him immediately. DS-088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degree west now. DS-088, over. Now children, the instruction also came. What was the instruction? DS-088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degrees West now, DS088 over. I check the map and the compass, switch over to my second and last fuel tank, and turn the Dakota 12 degrees west towards England. Now, children, he checked the map and the compass, switch over to my second and last fuel tank. Now, children, the last portion of the fuel was there, and turned the Dakota 12 degree west towards England. And as per the instruction, children, what he did, he turned that plane to Dakota 12 degrees west towards England. I will be in time for breakfast, I thought. A good big English breakfast. Everything was going back. Now, children, he was in a hurry. He was dreaming that he will be having a good English breakfast, and he was still looking forward that he should be with his family, and he will be enjoying a nice breakfast with his family. Everything was going well. It was an easy flight. The flight seems to be easy, no trouble, nothing. Everything was running smoothly. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind me. Now, children, Paris was very much near to me, only 150 kilometers behind me. When I saw the cloud, and suddenly, children, he saw the cloud. What did he see? He saw the clouds, a storm cloud. They were huge. And it was not an ordinary cloud, children. The worst part is that it was the storm clouds. They were huge. They looked like black mountains standing in front of me. So they looked like black mountain standing in front of me across the sky. I knew I could not fly up and over them. Naturally, he knew he could not fly up over them, and I did not have enough fuel to fly around them to the north or south. And children, he did not have enough fuel to fly around them to the north or south. I ought to go back to Paris, I thought, but I wanted to get home. I wanted that breakfast. Now, children, he knew that the children cruel storm will be there, and when he saw the huge black cloud, he knew that his journey will be very dangerous. Something worse can happen to him. But children, in spite of that, he did not take care of all that. He wanted to fulfill his only wish, that he wanted to go to the England, and he wanted to be with his family and enjoy that nice English breakfast. I ought to go back to Paris. Children, I ought to go back to Paris, I thought, but I wanted to get home. I wanted that breakfast. I will take the risk, I thought, and flew that old Dakota straight into the storm. Now, children, the worst thing, children, I don't know what the pilot had thought, but instead of going back to Paris, he thought of taking the risk, and he flew that old Dakota straight into the storm. Inside the clouds, everything was suddenly black. Now, children, when he went inside the cloud, everything was black. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. Now, children, it was impossible for him to see anything outside the aeroplane. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. The old aeroplane, children, jumped, twisted in the air. I looked at the compass. I could not believe that my eyes, that the compass was turning round and round and round. Now, children, it was not a wise decision of his to go back through the cloud, but maybe he wanted to be with his family. Maybe he wanted to enjoy that English breakfast. Whatever the reason was that, but his decision was not a wise one. And children, he went there. His plane flew there, and suddenly, children, he did not, since he was not able to see, and he did not know which direction he should fly, so he thought that he would take the help from the compass. But children, he could not believe his eyes. that the compass was turning round and round and round. That means, children, the compass had stopped working. It was dead. It would not work. The other instructions were suddenly dead too. I tried the radio. Not only the compass, children, the other instructions were also dead too. So, children, now he was in a very bad state. Now let's see what he would do next. Since the time is over, and I conclude my video here. Wait for my next video for this, to hear this, the explanation of the most interesting part of the story. So till then, I leave you and goodbye.